Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about merchant accounts. Setting up merchant accounts is a great option for your school's website. Once you set up a merchant account, it's going to allow you to be able to accept payments through the stores, the forms, as well as the donations module. Our first step with setting up a merchant account is to head over to the hamburger button and then to go over to website admin. Next, we want to go in and we want to select merchant accounts. Depending on whether or not you've already set up a merchant account, your screen is going to look a little bit different. If you haven't set up a merchant account, that's okay. Your screen's going to look like this. As you can see, we have a couple of different options. One is to set up an integrated Stripe account. The other is to add a PayFlow Pro account. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. To set up an integrated Stripe account, what we want to do is we want to click on the link, and essentially all we need to do is we fill out the form. We go in, we add on the EIN, our tax ID, and then we add on our details here. Once you set up the integrated Stripe account, you'll have the option to add on additional bank accounts. To do so, click Add Bank Account, and essentially all you got to do is fill out the form. Once you confirm your account details, go ahead, click Save. Now that new account is going to be ready to be used on the different stores, the different forms, and the different donation funds on your website. This is beneficial to the different departments and different programs that you have at your school. This is going to allow them to conduct fundraisers using the donations module, or perhaps even sell event tickets using either the stores or the forms module. A couple of things that are important to note. It's important to note that every site can have one integrated Stripe account that is linked to the school name as well as the EIN. That's your tax ID. It's important to note that all payments on the site are processed through this Stripe account. Also too, all accounts, they will accrue to a common balance. That does mean that if one account has a negative balance, that will affect the other account. Even though all transactions will be processed by the same Stripe account, it is important to note that when funds are requested, they will go to the designated account on the store, on the form, on the donation fund via ACH transfer. Along with setting up an integrated Stripe account, you also have the option of adding a PayFlow Pro account. The first step for this will be to reach out to PayPal. This type of account does need to be set up through them. Once you've had your account set up, your next step will be to go in and to select Add Account and to fill out this form. There's a great question I'd like to talk to you about today, and that question is, what access do managers of stores and forms have? Managers have access to edit the store and form. Also, they can request fund transfers too. It is important to note that managers do not have the access to create new stores or new forms, and also too, they cannot set up bank accounts under merchant accounts. That is something that only website admins have access to.